household question. I get it a lot every single time, and there are two major reasons. The first is my mom,
Mm.
and I keep saying it over and over again. While growing, my mom was kind of into fashion, not for business. She just did it as a personal thing she loved, and I guess out of all of my siblings, I was the only one who really picked that interest
Mm,
in
fashion.
bringing out a form of income from fashion. So she was my major inspiration to go into fashion. And the second reason is financial stability. There's nobody that doesn't want to make it. There's no one that does that. Like, I don't know how to put it. Nobody wants to stay poor. Nobody
Mm.
wants to stay broke. And I got to realize that you can't just have a passion in something without bringing a source of income from it. It's one thing to have a passion. Oh, I love dancing, and you are just dancing for fun, but you're not using it to make money. Like, people like use their passion to build a source of wealth, and that was one other reason why like I dive into fashion, because fashion for me is a form of self love, self acceptance, is a form of uniqueness. Like, it brings out the best in you. You can have a very, very bad day, but like people don't realize that even looking nice on its own is fashion.
True.
Like, doors of opportunity can come towards you just because of how you dress. You may not even necessarily have the whole capability up there, but like when you have a nice appearance, it opens doors for you that like you literally not expect. And most people just feel, oh, dressing nice is I have to wear clothes, yes. But there's a way you dress that they say like dress the way you want to
Yeah,
be addressed,
address.
that gives you rooms of connection. So my two major inspiration, my mom, and the second one is to build wealth, like financial stability. Those are the two major things that made me dive into fashion.
Thank you so much, and I really like that
Yeah,
second part because most people they just look at it as okay passion, but for you you are considering it as okay something that can actually provide that form of financial stability, which
exactly,
is very very key. So like
exactly,
of course
exactly.
people that go into business at one point in time face some challenges. So we really want to know what were those
Yes.
challenges you faced and
Hmm.
how did you overcome them? Yes.
I guess this part is going to be long.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so challenges. I'll say life basically is just full of ups and downs. Life is literally not straight. Like, you might have a picture of, oh yes, I'm going to, for example, yeah, if you study in Covenant University, you know that okay, I'm living in Victoria Island. When you are going to school, you have a vision of I'm going to Covenant University, but there are different routes you can take. You can take the Third Mainland Bridge, you can take any other route, but that doesn't mean you will not get to your desired destination. And that's just how I would say entrepreneurship is. You might have the big picture. Oh yes, I want to be one of the most recognized fashion brands or one of the top this and that. But at the end of the day, you have to make a conscious acceptance that it might not really go as planned, but that doesn't mean you wouldn't get to your destination. And I'll tell you a few challenges. I don't know of other sectors of businesses, but for fashion, I feel the major challenge most of us have will be fabric sourcing.
Mm.
Because today you can go to the market now and you see a particular fabric you like, the next time you go is out of stock. And it takes maybe a while for you to see that exact
Back again.
fabric, the quality, and something that you will get that a customer will be satisfied with. Because in the line of business we're in, if the customer is not satisfied with the fabric, then it's like a red flag. Like, you're just like, oh my god, what did I do? That kind of stuff. So fabric sourcing is a big problem because in the Nigerian textile industry, we don't have a manufacturing industry of textile. Aside our locally made adire, ashoke. But when it comes to cotton and other form of materials, we don't have it, we import. So most times I have to even like pre-order from my supplier. Oh, I need so kind of fabrics. Is there a way I can get them in bulk or in bundle or whatsoever? And most times it takes time because probably I have a deadline to meet, and my supplier doesn't have the fabrics I need. I have to go and source elsewhere, and probably what I get might not be the exact thing I wanted to get, but I just have to like get a contingency. So fabric sourcing will be a major issue. Also, in my field, you have to work with tailors because you can't do it on your own. And when you have tailors that most times they go, you understand what I'm trying to say. So like most times it's like taxing to actually source for the right tailors. Because I understand something. If you have a vision and you have five people on your team that don't actually see that same vision
Vision.
as you do, then like you are just wasting. you're not wasting your time per se, but you're delaying your time
Mm.
because those people are going to drag you back. But if you have a vision and you have at least out of five, three or four that understand, oh, this is where we're going to, then it will be easy. Because most times, most tailors, they just want to do the fastest route of getting something done. Okay, you have to use a pattern to cut this, but they just want to do a freehand cutting, like all of those things. So it's one thing to like have tailors, and it's one thing to have the right
Taylor.
tailors. Exactly. So I feel those two are like challenges I feel every business person will face. And also for this, for starters, I feel getting your niche, because the fashion industry is very
Oh,
competitive.
yeah,
Everybody's a fashion
why?
designer. Like everybody's a, like, you see Obioma will say they're fashion designers. You go here, you see everybody is a fashion designer. But what people don't understand is there's a difference between just sewing, and there's a difference between like creating a masterpiece. Let me just put it
Mm.
that way. So like it's very challenging to see it, because like everybody has different prices. I may say, oh, the cost of maybe a bespoke outfit of mine is maybe 500,000, and that tailor saying, oh, I do the same thing and I do it at 50K. So like most times you're trying to like, hey, this is a threat, this is a competition.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what I've learned from that particular challenge is that we all have like different strategies, we all have different goals and different aim. So know the value you bring to your clients and charge them based on the value you bring. You
Mm.
can't be giving a low quality fabric and you want to charge 500,000
500K.
naira. So if you know that the quality of fabric you are giving is according to the amount you are charging, then that's fine. But like just have it in mind that it's like a free world. Everybody is doing what you're doing. You're not the only one doing what you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? But just have your own niche. Know your client base, know your target audience, that kind of stuff. But the major issue for fashion, I know that it is fabric sourcing. That is the major,
Major one.
like, ask any other fashion designer. You just sometimes I just tell my clients, we have to have two plans. Plan A for this type of fabric, plan B for this type of fabric. If A doesn't work, we go with B. If B, so vice versa. So I just feel those are the challenging moments. Aside when unforeseen risks will come.
Mm.
For example, in 2021, my work store caught fire.
Wow.
Everything got burnt. I had orders to send out. Clients have paid. Clients were still asking me, please, when are we getting our delivery? But everything burnt. All the clothes burnt. And I could remember I had bulk orders of tees, customized t-shirts and all. Everything burnt. No clients will want to hear, oh, because your store got burnt, we will not get our. The best they can do is just to sympathize and maybe say, okay, we'll extend the
The
delivery
time.
dates, but they will not tell you take, don't worry, just, do you understand what I'm saying? So like unforeseen challenges like that will happen, or they may happen, but I wouldn't really put it as the major, but it's just something by the side. Let me just put it as unforeseen risks that are involved in the whole industry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. I would like that your first point with the fabric sourcing, the first point you gave, trying to pre-order, then also if trying to have an alternative. Okay, if this doesn't work, this is the alternative, and I really
Exactly.
like that. So now
Yes.
this now leads to the next one because we're talking about the clients and all, and this now leads to the next question: how do you get clients for your brand or for your product?
Okay, I'll just say something. And I keep telling people, and this is something I personally do, and I call it the power of referrals.
Mm.
So this is something my brand. I tell people that the first core value of my brand has to be customer satisfaction,
Mm.
because I have a strong belief of if I am satisfied with something, you don't have to pay me to tell people about what I bought from you. Like if I am satisfied, I push it out like, oh, I got this match shoe from this person, you should patronize him. And that's what I value. There are so many times, I'll give an instance. There was a particular time, there was a particular outfit. My clients loved the outfits. But I actually saw something in it that I wasn't liking. I made it again. That is a loss on my part. I wasn't really considering the loss at that point, but I wanted perfection,
Perfection.
because I really don't know where my clients will wear my outfit to. You might go to UK, US, London, you might go anywhere, and someone will see, I'm like, oh my god, I love this your outfit. Like, who made it for you? But me, I saw the error. Like, no, this isn't right. But my clients were like, oh no, it's okay. Like, not nonchalant about it. I'm like, nah, I'll do it again. and I did it again. And that alone like gave me an edge because like you really went all the way out to do this. Even when I even insisted that no, there was no need, you went all the way out. So like client satisfaction is needed. And like I said, referral. The major ways I get my clients are mostly referral and maybe aside maybe socials or whatever. But when I started my business, my major niche was this communal university
Yeah.
society, like the community, let me put it that way. So I most people from CEO that will know someone in that school or knows a family member
And
or
so
they refer. So like I can just say I have a referral tree whereby like when I knows one person, I knows one person. So I feel that's my major source of getting clients. Aside maybe when you now put your work or you pitch to people, oh I do this, oh I sew, oh I make customize this, oh I do couture, all of those kind of things. Those are other ways I get clients. But the major form is mostly referrals,
referrals.
even from people I don't know. People that probably just have heard of me. Or people that may have just like, oh, this guy that won this award, oh yes, he does fashion. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's very, very important because, like, one thing you made mention on that stuck with me was that you put customer satisfaction as the first thing, and I think that's what most
Yes.
brands should be looking at. Don't just be looking at, okay, the
The
price, the costing,
profits,
exactly the
the
profits, and you get
nah.
look at the customer for satisfaction first, and I think that's the major thing. And then speaking of referrals, and then this now leads us to the next question about friendships and relationships. Do you feel it's important in entrepreneurial pursuit, or do you feel it is overrated in entrepreneurial pursuits?
I'll pick the two and I'll explain the two. I'll start with why it's necessary. There from personal experience, I'm going to be very free with this like whole interview and I'm going to say it as it is. From personal experiences, there are so many times as an entrepreneur whereby I'm close to giving up, especially
Mm,
when things are not going the way I planned them to go. And most times, if I don't call family, or probably I don't want to put the whole burden on family, I call friends. I'm like, this is happening. I rant. Like it's good. It's okay to rant to your friends. To be honest, when things are not going, like not all friends know the kind of people
that you are going
you
to
tell
talk to.
some certain things.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I just rant. I'm like this, and they help. They help. They oh, don't worry, Sam. Okay, why don't we do it this way? I have a particular friend. Her name is Iwo Fejiro. She's a fashion illustrator,
Mm.
and we can literally be on a call and she's like, "Okay, Sam, why don't we try it this way out? Why don't we do A, B, or C?" And it really helps. Other of my friends too, like they help when I call, but like maybe when I call the people that are in line with my field, which is fashion, they relate more than other friends who probably are not in line with the fashion business. But it really helps a lot because it gives you this assurance, it takes off a certain burden. Aside the spiritual factor of yes, God is there for you, you pray about it, the Holy Spirit is there to direct you. But most
Friends.
times the Holy Spirit also speaks through people. I'm not
Exactly.
trying to preach, but like most
Yeah.
times the Holy Spirit will actually
Speak through
use people
men.
to speak to you. It might even be a situation around you exactly. So friends necessary in business. And why I say it's mostly overrated,
Overrated.
trust me, you can have friends that will never, I can see it, that will never repost anything you are doing. They will never commend you. They would they will view when you're even begging people, please repost my content, repost. They will view it and pass. All of these things are not necessary, but they are just things that ought to be done when you are friends with someone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I can't be a friend to Crispino and I know Crispino is good at something or does a particular thing and I'm not willing to push him out to the world. And I tell people, your friends are the celebrity of the next 10 years.
Exactly.
The people you are hyping right now, they will get old. People who are like 50 now or 40 now and they are making name in the fashion industry or in any field of their endeavors, they will get old and we're the next generations of leaders, like we're the next people taking over. So is it out in the next 10, 20 years, you want to now start farms in and say, oh, I knew him, I
No.
knew him, I knew him, but you were never in the picture of his success story or her success story. So most times it's overrated because there are friends that are just there and the only time they want to associate with you is when you have a big win. They are not there at your low moments. They are not there to support you. They are not there to even like when it's come. I tell people every of my friend I have, I try my best to patronize them. I may not like the products, but I patronize to show support.
Mm.
I may test their food and I'm like, oh, I feel you should work on this aspect. Maybe it's too spicy. I give them positive feedback, and that's one thing I appreciate with my friends because it is necessary to have
Exactly.
friends in the
Very,
entrepreneurial
very.
journey. Because I've had friends that will give me positive feedback. Oh, Sam, I feel there's a better way you can do this aspect of this. Maybe you can try it out next time. It's okay. They'll be like, it's okay, everything is all right, but I just feel there can be better improvement in this aspect, and it helps a lot. But there are some people that it's only when you win
That
or when
they'll
you
come to your
blow, they
DM.
will now start saying, "Oh, we were roommates, we were floor mates." Ah, is it not Crispino? I knew Crispino. He was the student council. We used to call him Efficiency. Like guys, people just want to associate with success. But most people are not ready to be there for you in your highs and lows, in your thick and thins. So I just feel it's a two-way thing, depending on the, and also it also depends on what you classify as friendship. Some people just feel, okay, because I talk to you, you're my friend. Friendship is way beyond that, but I wouldn't want to dive so much into the friendship topic. It's not, we're not talking about friendship here.